Good morning and happy Thanksgiving, all of my people out there. I hope that you are ready for an amazing day, whether you're by yourself or with your cats or with family or with friend family or just doing whatever you want to do because it's the season of gratefulness. And in that vein, it's time for us to have a cooking day together. So, welcome to My Kitchen, My Rules live edition here. And I'm kind of realized I got to fix the camera angle. So hello friends, I'm going to fix my camera real quick because this is My Kitchen, My Rules. And we're going to make my very famous and very amazing cranberries this morning together. They're ridiculous. You will be seen, frankly, as a culinary genius if you make these for your people. And all you need, I posted it earlier, but here's your ingredients for today. You're going to need cranberries. Hello, John Cox. Good morning. You need a bag of cranberries. They're 2 for $5 at Harris Teeter, but I think Harris Teeter's closed today, so you might be out of luck. You're going to need the one, the only Dixie Crystal sugar. And no, we do not use any other brand. We don't use those off brands because I'm going to tell y'all something. And I keep threatening to one of these days, I'm going to make a whole demonstration about why Dixie Crystals is superior. In the meantime, you're going to have to trust me because, they're 100 years old and amazing. So you need your Dixie Crystal sugar. If you don't have Dixie Crystals, then I just don't think we can be friends. I'm just going to be honest with you about that. And in fact, I'm kind of mad at Lowe's Foods because they have Dixie Crystals, the regular white granulated. They didn't have the brown sugar. So Lowe's Foods, you're on notice. So the other thing you need is apple cider of some sort. So I actually have apple cider that's made from the Honeycrisp apples, and that's the good stuff. Or if you're feeling extra special, get you some hard cider. I have an Angry Orchard regular and then an Angry Orchard apple ginger, for your stomach. Ginger settles your stomach. And so those are ingredients you need. So you don't have to use all of those apples, but you need one of them because it helps with the tartness of the cranberries. And then in my ingredient list, you will see that I list Jack Daniel's honey, Jim Beam honey, or wild turkey honey. And I thought I had it in the house, and I didn't. And so because this is My Kitchen, My Rules, I can mix and match. And so I had some airplane bottles. I had a Bushmills Irish honey. I have a wild turkey American honey. Frankly, those are probably not enough. And for those of y'all that are not really wanting to make a drinking thing of Thanksgiving, the alcohol burns off. So I'll just point that out if you're feeling a little nervous about my ingredients here, right, Heather? Or we could live on the edge and do something completely different, which is kind of how My Kitchen, My Rules operates, that we do things wildly differently. And so I have some American Two Trees cinnamon spice honey. And this is from Fletcher, North Carolina, which makes it basically supporting the local economy. And I've never used cinnamon whiskey before in my cranberries. I think I'm going to do it today. I just think I should. What do you think? I mean, tell me over here in the comments if you think I should use the cinnamon whiskey and live on the edge. Should I use my airplane bottles? I mean, it's a toss-up. And now I have to get a spoon. So hello, goodbye. I'll be back in a second. I forgot to get a spoon because if I do use that cinnamon whiskey, then I need some honey because it goes in the cranberry sauce. And I have some from my cousin Michael. So he has bees in the backyard. Well, at the backyard of his mother's house, it's a whole thing, but the honey's really good. And look how pure it is, y'all. See, this is how good Michael's honey is. It's clear and stuff. And so I'll be putting a tablespoon of that in if I use cinnamon spice. And none of you seem to have an opinion, so I'm just going to have to roll with it today. Hello, Nola. All right, so let's get it started. So you need a pot. And for the record, why am I starting this early? Because if you start your cranberries early, everything else will be able to happen in the background because this will sit. So we're going to dump all of that. I don't have a little camera here. I'll be Julia Child. Actually, I saw her display at the Smithsonian this past summer, and it made me kind of want to be her. So there's your cranberries in your pot. Look how pretty. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And then we're going to go ahead and add the sugar. How much you add is up to you. So if you like it more tart, use less sugar. If you like it sweeter, use more. How about that for science and cooking amazingness all at one shot, right? It's amazing. Oh, hey, Karen. And by the way, y'all, Karen lives down at Brunswick County, down at the coast of North Carolina, and she is part of an amazing center for women that just opened, the Rose House. And so if you have year-end giving you need to do and you want to support women that are in times of crisis, you should make friends with my girlfriend Karen Bromley here, and she and Beulah Baptist can help you with that. We became friends a long time ago when my husband and I went down to help out after a hurricane, and the Baptist men at Beulah Baptist walked out after service and took a whole truckload of stuff, and I'm very grateful. And so there's Caleb. Hey, good morning, Caleb. He says cinnamon. Kathy says the cinnamon is delicious. Kathy, have you had the American Two Trees, Fletcher, North Carolina flavored whiskey? Somebody needs to tag the Visit NC people in here, or the American Two Trees Company, Two Trees Distilling Company, so they will know they're getting some free advertising. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning. Oh, hey, Tamara. Did I miss anybody else on here that I didn't say hey to? Oh, I saw Marina was here. Nola's here. Okay. So anyway, back to my amount of sugar. I'm going to use a half a cup. Now, the original recipe that I started with, and if y'all know how I cook, I truly start with somebody else's recipe and then I tinker with it until I like it. So I'm going to use a half a cup. You could use more, you could use less. Mine is going to be slightly tartar because I like it tartar. Oh, look how pretty. Look, it looks like snow, but I'm in North Carolina. If we had snow on Thanksgiving, the world would literally shut down. So there's what it's going to look like. Now we're going to add our apple, and I'm going to use the apple cider. Oh, look, see, Karen has linked in the Rose House. And Sean, it is never too early to taste it, especially when your family's not here yet, but they're coming. So they're coming today. And in fact, part of my family that hasn't been in my house since the COVID started has finally broken down and decided to come. The rest of us, we've been together the whole time and we're all fine. But anyway, so here's how much you're going to use. Use about as much as you need. That's like 3/4 of a cup. I use it until I can see it about halfway up my cranberries so that it's a little bit lighter and more saucier. If you like yours thicker, I hate to say it, but if you like the consistency of the stuff that comes out of the can, the jiggles, has the lines in it. First of all, I'm concerned if you eat that nasty stuff. But if you like that consistency, use less apple cider or apple, apple hard cider or apple cider. Use less. Use more if you like it looser. And you can always adapt later. So spoiler alert, this is a fixable recipe. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of honey. Oh, I forgot to test that before I picked it up this morning because, honey's sticky and stuff. It's also healthy because if it's right next to you, so it will keep your allergies away, but not if you buy it at the grocery store. It's got to be the stuff that's grown like next to you. So let's add, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I feel bad because I understand for the cooking people, you want to see it all the way through. So let's dip a tablespoon of honey in here. We'll stir it all in. And look, there's Charlie and Lisa watching on Lisa's big screen. And by the way, Charlie and his mother brought me a flan for my birthday. That was ridiculous. So you should have the same amazing level of agents that I do, or you probably don't get homemade flan. So I'm just saying you should all be as lucky as I am as a broker. Okay, now that's all I need. Cranberries and sugar. Oh, I need something else. Look at me about to forget my whiskey as I'm over here looking at the commentaries. So we're going to add the cinnamon spice. I'm living on the edge. This is crazy. It's crazy. And how much do you use? You use as much as you need to use. And for some of y'all, that'll be 1/4 cup. And for me, I'm going to make sure it's till my cranberries are wiggling in the juice. And that will keep you from getting a sinus infection. I think that's the reason you drink cinnamon whiskey is to keep sinus infections away. I'm fairly convinced that is scientific. And I think, should I make a comment that was going to be banned from YouTube? I probably should. I say it's about as scientific as the rest of the medical science these days. Okay, so anyway, I'll totally get canceled for that. So now I'm going to put it on a nice medium heat. So it's going to cook on medium heat until your cranberries start bursting. So you have to keep an eye on it. And you also need to stir it now because we've got all our ingredients in here. Where are my wooden spoons? Oh, I was cooking some stuff last night, y'all. And so Stephanie Walker gave me these really cool tools that are called, I don't remember what they're called, but they're interesting. So let's stir everything down, make sure my sugar is going to get nice and melted in, and make sure my whiskey and my apple get mixed in here. All right, so we're going to let it sit for a minute until it's hot enough where the cranberries start bursting. And when the cranberries start bursting, that's when you're going to turn the heat off and you're going to sit it on the back of your stove. And there it can sit and just get better and better for a couple of hours until the rest of your food is ready. So if you're wondering why I'm fixing mine and it is a little after 9 o'clock Eastern time, It's because we do Thanksgiving at dinner. And for those of y'all that are up north, I'm sure you understand how this works. There's breakfast, there's dinner, there's supper. And so if you think dinner is in the evening, you're wrong and I'm right. And that's just how my Kitchen My Rules operates. But I had a little leftover honey on this spoon. Can't let that go to waste. That's why I run. So even if you didn't know that, it's so I can have sugar and honey, whiskey, and cranberries all day. So now, after you make your cranberries, here's your rule. You taste it, you figure out how amazing it is, and then you kind of post this picture back so we can see you with your cranberries. And if you do so, and give us a little note, we might just send you a coupon for a bag of Dixie Crystal sugar so you can make some next time too. And at some point, I promise, cross my heart, that I will make a video and show y'all why Dixie Crystals is better. Not just because it's been around for over 100 years. 1917, y'all. I mean, that's a long time. And that's even older than some of our elected officials. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. It's going to sit over here on the heat till they burst. We'll turn the heat off. We'll set it on the back burner and let it sit. And by the way, after it sits for a little while, stir it and break up the rest of your cranberries. Unless you like them whole. I like mine kind of choppy. Put it on top of your turkey. Put it on top of a piece of toast. Eat it straight out of the pan. That's pretty much what I'm going to do all day is make all the other stuff. And then I'm going to eat cranberries all day. That's how it works around here. And I don't think it has enough whiskey in it. So I'm going to add one more little bit because I can tell by looking at it, it just didn't look right. So now we have a little more in there. And thank you to the Two Trees Company for giving me something to have in my kitchen to use as a backup. And happy Thanksgiving. If you need somebody to hang out with today, then you should just log back in and watch some videos. And if you're in this area, come by and see Tom Turkey here in the yard. We've got a fake turkey in the front and a real turkey in the back. Oh, and if y'all were curious, so since you're hanging out with me for apparently no good reason this Thanksgiving morning except that you're still drinking your coffee, do y'all want to see what real turkey eggs look like since we're talking turkeys? So if you didn't know, when we got our chickens, there was a turkey in the batch whose name is Goliath. And this is what Goliath's eggs look like. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, there's a camera over here. They're all speckledy and beautiful. And if you're curious, I'll show you the difference. So this is from one of my Rhode Island Reds. So we have a regular chicken egg and then you have a turkey egg. So it's like half again as big. Double the protein, also double the cholesterol and double all the other stuff. But 170 calories in one turkey egg. So that is why Goliath is not on the menu this year for Thanksgiving because she's earning her keep by laying eggs. And that is how we operate around this house. If you're contributing, we're probably going to keep feeding you and we'll let you come enjoy Thanksgiving with us. So happy Thanksgiving. If you want more from My Kitchen, My Rules, I think you can find your way to click on the links. Enjoy the cranberries, enjoy family and friends, and somehow, some way, do something nice today because it'll make you feel more thankful. Mwah!